let's do connections for Wednesday, June 25th. Okay, is this a trick? I'm seeing crayon, straw, rasp, and blue. This is blank berry, the beginning of berries, but that seems too obvious. I'm gonna hold off on that. It could be, but that would be like the most obvious purple category I think I've ever seen. We have a saw, a chisel, a plane, and let's see. These are like woodworking equipment. Maybe a jack? I don't know about that. I'm not sure about jack. Plus these three are right next to each other. Swiss cheese, goat cheese. Is jack a cheese by itself like Monterey and Jack? But is jack on its own just a cheese? I'm not sure. I don't see a fourth. Oh, blue cheese. So that could be cheese instead of berry. But I'm not sure about jack for that category either. Man, they're being tricky. All right, which ones have I not found a category for yet? We have lid, cup, napkin, and flaming, and hero. Lid, cup, and napkin seem like stuff you'd have on like a table setting or something. Well, cup and napkin, I don't know about lid, but you have lid for like food and cooking stuff, so it's kind of similar. Flaming, I have no idea. So yeah, I'm seeing all these categories, but I don't know what to submit. Straw could go with lid and cup, now that I think about it, but that wouldn't go with napkin. This would be like a sippy cup. But there's only 3 parts to that, so like what would be the other thing? Oh, I haven't done anything with rave now that I think about it either. What would rave be doing in here? Like rave could be like a party. You could rave about something, like you're very complimentary of it. You're raving about it. Rave could also be the beginning of raven, like a bird. But I don't know what else would go with that. All right, if crayon, straw, rasp, and blue are not the beginning of berries, because I'm starting to think it's not. It's too obvious. And I think rave might be going in a purple category because I have no clue what that's going with. Maybe they're splitting all these up. So blue could go in the cheese category. Crayon, I don't know what crayon's doing. Crane, like the bird? Are we doing birds? That would both be missing 1 letter. A Huron, isn't that a bird? Heron? What would be the other one? So these would all be birds that are missing the last letter. What other ones would be a bird? Saw? Is there anything that would go at the end of saw or lid? Oh, flamingo! That's what it is. These are birds. Oh man, that took me so long. I was sitting here just staring at these words. I was thinking about saw. I was staring at the keyboard. I was thinking about lid, staring at the keyboard. Like, what letter could I add to those to make a bird name? I didn't even consider flaming. Okay, flamingo. Now this is birds minus a letter. Birds minus last letter specifically. Okay. Oh man, I'm glad I didn't submit the berry thing. So maybe the berry things are all getting split up into their own category. So we already have crayon in the purple category. So straw, what were the other ones? Blue and rasp. Those might be going in their own categories. All getting split up. Be my guess. So blue might be doing with the cheese thing. It was blue, Swiss, maybe jack, and goat. And then straw could go in maybe paper straw, paper plane, paper airplane maybe? I feel like plane would go in with chisel and saw. So napkin, cup, lid, and straw? Maybe that is a thing that I kind of dismissed it earlier. Just because lid, straw, and cup seem to go really well together, and napkin not so much. And that would leave rasp, saw, chisel, and plane. And I don't know what rasp is. So which one do I think would be blue of those? I feel like it would be saw, chisel, plane, and rasp if rasp is in there. But I don't know about that. All right, I'm going to do that. See if that's blue. It is woodworking hand tools. I have no idea what rasp is. Let's look it up. Rasp woodworking. Oh, okay, it's kind of like a file for wood. All right, sort of. It's like a rounded file. Okay, yeah, I've actually used those before. I didn't know it was called a rasp though. I wonder if there's another name for it. All right, so which one of these do I think is green? We have the cheeses and then the cup, straw, lid, and napkin. I feel like that would be yellow. So I'm gonna go cheeses for green. Ah, darn it. All right, nope, didn't do it. Beverage self-service items. I don't know about napkin for that. I mean, I know the napkin tray is often next to like the soda machine or whatever, but I wouldn't consider that a self-service item for a beverage. Maybe. I don't know. I think that's stretching a little bit. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't submit the berry thing. They were really being a little tricky with this one, and I saw through it. Let's see what they give it. 3 out of 5? I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that just because it was super tricky. All right, let's check out the bots. Okay, it's not showing quite as difficult as they thought it was, although the biggest category is losing. So yeah, it's still somewhat tricky. Still difficult. Oh, most people getting woodworking first. Interesting. I mean, I saw it earlier, except for rasp. So yeah, blue, yellow, and green, not that different. I mean, green a bit of a step down from the other two, and then hardly ever anybody getting purple first. Just check ever. Okay, for ever, green is much higher than the other ones. Interesting. I guess once you get a couple categories, 1 or 2, this kind of is the only thing that kind of makes sense to put together. So you would get that, even if you weren't sure at the beginning. Losing games, people are getting green. Or nothing. Okay, a bunch of people falling for the berry red herring. I mean, it's such an obvious purple category. Crayon, and you see rasp. If you see rasp, it's such an obvious thing to think berry. It's such a good trick. Because it's such an obvious blank category that people are going to be so excited to get purple first and then not get it. It's mean. I almost put Jack in with woodworking. I thought of that. I wasn't 100% sure what the fourth one was, and Jack just seemed like it could have been a thing. But then I saw cheeses, and that made me not put Jack in there. If I hadn't saw the cheeses, I might have tried that. And people trying to figure out what the fourth woodworking tool is there. Or cheese, for that matter. What was the other cheese? Jack. You see, I wasn't sure about Jack for cheeses either, but it made more sense, I think. A lot of people having trouble with yellow and blue in these guesses. It's yellow and blue, yellow and blue. So a bit of a tricky one. Hopefully you didn't fall for the berry red herring. And if you're enjoying the videos, remember to leave a like, subscribe, follow, and let me know how you did today.